Advisory Council, or ABAC, and meet with leaders of the Pacific Islands Forum. The President joins other leaders in affirming commitment to an international rules-based regime, support of the multilateral trading system embodied by organizations like the World Trade Organization. The President conveys his support for mechanisms that will enable our MSMEs, or MISMIS as they call it, to take advantage of digital and online platforms to benefit their enterprises and to bring their products and services overseas. To this end, the APEC adopted the Boracay Action Agenda in working towards enabling MSMEs in the region to link internationally. He joins other leaders also in support of formulating a new and inclusive APEC vision beyond the year 2020. He calls attention to our efforts at ensuring food security for our people and advancing economic opportunities for women. Within APEC, the government is preparing Filipinos to meet the challenges and opportunities of a digital world where artificial intelligence, blockchains, big data, and the Internet of Things are redefining the way we do business, deliver services, and education of the young, especially orienting them now towards sciences, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics. As we look forward to participating and contributing to the APEC Forum, we are reminded of values that guide our foreign policy, which is advancing peace and prosperity in pursuit of a comfortable and secure life for all Filipinos. The Philippines has entered a brave new era of engagement on the world stage. End of statement.
Thank you, Yusek. So, any question, MPC? Joyce?
Sir, will the President visit the Filipino community in Papua New Guinea?
Yes, there's a planned PhilCom meeting with the approximately 40,000 people, 40,000 Filipinos based there. He is scheduled to meet up with them.
Any other questions?
Yusek, how about bilateral meetings? Will the President have bilateral meetings with fellow leaders?
He will have there's bound to be they have a lot of, what do you call, let me read to you this. What do you call it? A lot of it is going to be taken up in dialogues with, but there, as far as we know, there haven't been any specific bilateral meetings.
But there will be efforts to organize some meetings.
As far as I know, it hasn't reached my desk yet, but I know that there'll be a lot of dialogues with other partner countries.
Thank you, Yusek.
Anyone else?
Yes,
yes, please.
Good morning, Yusek. Yusek, I wonder if you could talk more about the trade agenda in the summit. Like, what are the issues that the president intends to raise? And of course, we know that trade deals like the CPTPP or the TPP-11 will be discussed in APEC. Is President Duterte inclined to have the Philippines join the new so-called TPP-11? Thank you.
There will be discussions, although we have not received any of the president's position at this stage, but there will be a number of discussions along that line.
Okay, thank you, Ayim. Other questions? Joyce, again, DZMM.
Sir, who will be part of the official delegation? Same lang din po ba with the delegation in Singapore?
As far as I know, the Secretary will be there, but he will not. He may miss the. There's an overlap meeting on the 15th, but aside from that, the Secretary of Trade will be there. I'm not sure yet; it hasn't been confirmed, but I did hear that Secretary Dominguez may be joining them.
Okay. Are we done?
Otherwise,
Are
we're
you
good.
okay?
Yes.
Sir, I wonder if there any plans for President Duterte to meet with Vice President Pence or for PNG, the Russian Prime Minister Medvedev?
Um, as far as I know, the president is, there are no set meetings regarding these, but he continues to engage all the leaders from all the nations. But the first and foremost engagement he will have is with the Filipino community.
Sir, and speaking of that, could you elaborate on the profile of the Filipino community in Papua New Guinea? You mentioned there are about 40,000 of them. Like, what industries, what would be their profile? What kind of professions do they have? And do we see increasing relations with PNG given the visits by both leaders to each of the two countries?
Mainly services and skilled services. But I think in the forefront, and which is very interesting, is the way that our Filipino agriculturists are being used, especially to help in the increase. In fact, if I'm right, the beginnings of and the propagation of and the increase of rice production in the area. Apparently, it has begun with our rice experts, and so it is along these lines that our Filipino workers are used. A lot of skills. Thank you.
Satisfied, MPC? Okay.
Yusek, we've had APEC summits before. What would make this summit in Papua New Guinea different for the Philippines?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, there's going to be an increased emphasis on on micro, small, and medium enterprises, especially in being able to mainstream them in the global market. And so, aside from that, well, the others, of course, a reduction of tariffs and stuff like that, but a greater participation for our micro, small, and medium enterprises, greater opportunities, greater assistance, greater, for example, transfer technology. And so this is going to be very exciting, especially for the so-called micro, small, and medium enterprises.
So we can say that's the central message of the president when he comes to the summit.
Basically, the theme, for example, let me reiterate, is harnessing inclusive opportunities and embracing the digital future. Since we are orienting the nation towards being able to participate in the increasingly digital, that is also going to be the emphasis, not just of the forum itself, but also of the president, making sure that our own economies are more inclusive and are more participative, especially for the smaller groups.
Okay. Do you have any no more questions, MPC? Okay, so at this point, we'd like to thank Yusek Abella. So back to studio, back to Radyo Pilipinas and PTV4.
Thank you very much.